welcome everybody, it's Dan. Hope you're well today. Welcome to the podcast show. In today's session, I want to talk about scaling your business. We just got back from Las Vegas, which was really, really cool. Not because it was a version of Hangover 4, but because we were there at Funnel Hacking Live, which is a marketing conference, if you're not sure what that is, all to do with ClickFunnels. And although we do use ClickFunnels amongst other tools, it was just truly amazing. It was a really, really good event, one of the best events I've probably ever been to, quite frankly. And the quality of the speakers was just exceptional. People I've never seen before, and just the level and the quality was amazing. But during that process, obviously, it's quite intensive, lots of jet lag, but we learned an awful lot. And what's really cool about that journey and that event was that it was like a reinforcement that we are on the right path. And the path that we're on, which is helping other businesses generate leads, is the right path. And actually the stuff that we're actually doing correct. We just need to do a lot more of it. And so some of that includes teaching and training other businesses, because they might not be able to afford our services, even though our services aren't necessarily expensive, I don't think. Not for the return on investment that you get. And really that's what you should be looking at. You should be looking at, if you're going to spend $1,000 a month, how much money are you making at the back end? And so, for example, the week before we went, we made a training course, and it was about one offer away, because you are literally one offer away. But before, one offer away from making a lot of money. But before you can do that and work out what that offer is, you have to work out how much money are you making, how much profit, how many customers do you actually need to make a campaign successful. And if you want that, I'll give a link down below and you can go and do that training. It's not even expensive at all. It's like a couple of quid. It's not expensive at all. You can afford it. And more than you can afford it, you can't afford not to. Because actually understanding that piece of information is going to be vital for you to grow your business in 2025. But the reinforcement that what we do for our clients, which is everything we're going to talk about now, and it's no secret, right? It's not like we need to hold back anything, because usually businesses can't do what we do. Can you run ads? Yeah, anyone can run ads. Can you run a landing page? Yeah, anyone can run a landing page. Can you follow up? Yeah, anyone can follow up. But can you do it properly? Probably not, is the honest answer. Because paid ads, landing pages, there's a whole mindset behind that. There's a whole strategy behind it. And if you don't know what that is, you're going to run them and you're not going to get the results, which is why when our clients come to us, they've usually tried everything that we're about to go through right now, but they can't do it on their own because they don't know how to do it. It's like me reading a book on brain surgery. I might know the basic mechanics, but can I open up someone's head and start cutting? Yeah. Am I going to probably kill the patient? Probably, right? So having said that, I think it's useful that you understand what the process is. Because in understanding what that process is, when you actually speak to a marketing agency, or hopefully you'll come and speak to us, we can actually have a conversation where you understand what I'm talking about, and I don't have to explain the basic stuff, which is one of the reasons why we do this anyway. So let's get into the content then. So this is how you're going to scale your business fast. Let me just move this light because it's really bothering me. Why is it not working? There we go, that'll do. So this is how you're going to scale your business fast in 2025. And this is an entire process. Now, it might be that you're just going to take one piece of these 4 items and implement that, and you might have some success on that. But that's like taking one piece of ingredients of a cake and just running with that. Let's just go with flour. We're going to make a cake. What's in it? Just flour. That cake's probably not going to taste very nice. What else do you need in it? I don't know what goes in a cake, but let's say eggs, probably. Some salt, some sugar. I assume you put sugar in cake. Some milk, probably. You can't bake a cake without one of those components. Now you can try, and you might get even something that looks like a cake. With no sugar and no salt, you might get a cake that looks like a cake. I don't know, but it's not going to taste very nice, and so the whole thing doesn't work. And so really, that's what this is about. These 4 things you need in your business. You can't really just pull out one. Like, can you run paid ads to your homepage? Yeah. Can you run it to a landing page? Yeah. But is the landing page going to convert? Well, maybe not. And are you split testing different landing pages? And are you split testing different ads to see which one works better? You delete the old one, then you create a new one, then you run those two, and you delete the old one that's not working, and then you create a new one. Like, are you doing that? Because if not, all you're doing is spending money and giving it to Facebook, and you're not getting any return. And when people go, oh yeah, I've tried Facebook ads. Yeah, I tried brain surgery. All my patients died. I didn't really try brain surgery, folks. It's an analogy. But you have to have all of these components. And even if you have all of these components, you still might be just chucking a lot of money at it, and that money goes off to Facebook and you never see any return on investment because you don't understand how fundamentally a landing page should work and what the components are and what order and why and what language to use. And it's okay not to know that stuff. Not everybody does know that stuff, and it's totally fine. Why would you know that stuff? We spoke to a chap yesterday, and he was not a landscaper. What was he? He did like groundworks, and he can probably run some Google ads himself, but they're not going to work. And in fact, he was using another agency, a one-man band, and the leads were sporadic. And he spent a lot of money to get these leads, but there's some coming in one week and none coming in the next week, and that's okay. But it's because the one-man band was trying to be all things to all people, didn't know everything that he needed to know, and so was getting these sporadic leads. It's a really good reflection on exactly what I'm talking about. Luckily for us, we have an entire team with graphic designers and video editors and Facebook ads and Google ads and copywriters and content managers. We know it intimately, inside out, back to front. And we have a team that supports us, that we can have a discussion around your or our clients' needs, and to come up with the best solution that's going to work for them. And then we create the whole bunch of stuff that needs to go into a marketing funnel. Anyway, let's talk about paid ads then. One of the fastest ways to scale in 2025 and one of the fastest ways to fail in 2025 is just to simply chuck a lot of money at paid ads. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that you don't run paid ads. You do run paid ads. You should be running paid adverts for your business. And as well as paid ads, you can be running organic traffic. And I'm going to tell you about organic traffic because I spoke to somebody else. So we were running paid ads for our rapid course creation. It's a £27 product, and it teaches you how to create an online training course. And this chap had been trying to create a training course, and I understand what it's like, because you think, oh, I'm going to create a training course, and then you try and create a training course, and then it just doesn't work. Like, you get sidetracked, usually down to your belief systems, that it's not good enough, that you're not good enough, all that stuff that we all have, you know, and it stops you from actually creating the course. And you probably sat there going, oh my gosh, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. So he saw us on a paid ad and bought the product, booked a phone call, strategy session, and then we were talking about his business and what his ad is and what his, everything we talked about right at the start. What's his income per client? Because that's really important to understand how many clients does he need. He doesn't even need that many clients. If he spent $2,000 a month on advertising and got one client, it would probably break even, which is really cool. Which means we can spend a lot of money on ads, which is really cool, because we can probably close in between 5 and 10 clients every single month, which is amazing, like just to get started with. So it potentially life-changing for him. But what was really interesting was this came off a paid ad, but then this is what people do. It's not just about paid ads, it's about having organic content, because when you have organic content, guess what this guy did? He does what everybody, I think, does. He sees the Facebook ad, he clicks on the link, not just to buy the product, but on my Facebook page. When he lands on a Facebook page, he sees all this content, and what all that content does is it reassures him that we've been around for decades. Maybe not decades, donkey's years. We've been around for a decade, but years and years and years, and that we're trustworthy, and that we're not a fly-by-night company. And this is what organic content will do for you. Organic content is there to do two things. One is to speak to people who already know who you are and remind them that you exist, and to reassure people that you're trustworthy. They're the two reasons why you have organic content. Number one, remind people that you still exist, to people who already know you. And number two is to build trust and reassurance and credibility and to be consistent and all that stuff, because people will look around, and if you've not got any organic content, they're going to bounce off and go find somebody who has got organic content because they don't trust you enough. Trust is right up there. It's like number one in 2025. If you've not got trust or credibility in some way, then you're not going to be able to close clients. And so that's what your organic content is for. Your paid ads are for people who don't know who you are. Your organic content is to get people to know who you are. That's a really nice way of saying it. So you run some paid ads, and on your paid ads, you've got to be split testing. So split testing is where you have ad A, ad B, you run them both, you see which one has the better response. And this is the bit that's really confusing for people, and I understand this, is that ad A might have a lower click-through rate or a lower engagement, but it converts better than ad B, which gets a higher click-through rate and a higher conversion rate. And that's really challenging to be able to work out, because then you have to follow that all the way through to which landing page do they land on and which person is buying the most and what was their journey. So that can be really difficult. But running paid ads and split testing to see which advert works better than the next advert, then you delete the old advert and you create another advert, and then you're comparing one against the other again, and then you see which one is best, and then you get rid of the old one that's not performing as well, and that's how you run adverts. It's time consuming and it's difficult. If you've ever logged into a Facebook backend or Google backend, it's complicated as hell. Like, who's got patience for that? Well, surprisingly, we have. It's what we do. But most business owners don't. I don't. I'm a digital marketer, and I don't have any patience to sit on Facebook and Google and create all that stuff. Luckily for me, we've got team members who love that stuff. Like how you have accountants and they love spreadsheets and Excel. Like, I get so excited by it. We actually have team members who get excited by the Facebook, ad infrastructure. They love that stuff, and they love Google. They love it. Not for me, certainly not for you, I'm sure. But they love it, and they love coming out and looking at all the stats and the click-through rates. And it's brilliant, right? But that's what you need. And if that's not you, you should be passing it over to people who do love that stuff, because you'll get greater insights and you get better ads. But once you've got your advert and you're split testing it, the next thing then to do is to create your landing page. So let me move my little arrow down. And your landing page should basically have one purpose, and the purpose of a landing page is to convert the person that's landed on it into the next stage of your funnel. So I'm going to say that again. The job of your landing page is to convert the person attending the landing page onto the next stage of your funnel. Notice I didn't say to buy your £5,000 product, because going from a click-through on Facebook to a landing page to a £5,000 sale is usually quite a stretch. You might do it like the £27 product, which was the rapid course creation. I'll put the link down below so you can see what a landing page looks like. Maybe you want to sell them onto that, which is what we did, right? The guy that we talked to yesterday, he landed on the rapid course creation and then he booked a strategy session. So he's moving along our sales and marketing funnel effectively. Now, maybe that we're speaking again on Monday. Maybe that we can't actually help this chap any further. Maybe. But I think we can. And I think we can do really well for this guy, which is really cool. He wins, we win, everybody wins. And all of that came from an advert going to a landing page to move that person onto the next obvious bit, moving them down the funnel. So the landing page is really difficult to get for most people, and they get it wrong. And they're trying to sell everything. The kitchen sink, they're putting everything on there. Oh, and by the way, we do this. And by the way, we do this. And oh, by the way, we do this. We do all these other things. And it's crazy. And it's confusing. And it doesn't move the person along the sales funnel. It just confuses them, and they, the easiest thing to do on the internet is click the little X in the top right of the thing and shut it down. It's the easiest thing for people to do, and you've got to understand that the landing page is there to convert that person onto the next easy step. And the next easy step might be to book a strategy call, or it might be downloading a PDF, or it might be selling a £27 product or a £100 product. It might even be selling a £5,000 product, maybe. But in order to sell a big ticket item, they need a lot more interaction with your brand. And this is one of the things we talked about at Funnel Hacking Live last week. It's 7 hours, I think it was. They need 7 hours of communication with your brand. So if you've not got podcasts, and if you've not got long form video like this, for example, and if you've not got PDFs that people can download and read and interact with your brand and go, yeah, that's a really good point. That's really interesting. Like, you're going to really struggle selling higher ticket offers and even lower ticket offers, because people have this lack of trust in 2025. And so they don't trust anybody. And so you have to have lots of content for people to interact with so that people build trust over a longer period of time. And that's really what your landing page should be doing. You should be building trust. As people are working their way down the landing page, you should be building trust. You should be answering some of those unconscious questions that people have about you and your business and about the solution that you're presenting. And you should be able to answer all of those questions on that landing page before they've even thought about them. So this is objection handling. Write down your top 10 objections, stick them on your landing page, and put them into your copy. Not in an obvious way, in a really subtle way. Throughout the copy, you should have testimonials and reviews so people can see what other people have thought of your product. Because people don't trust you, and they don't trust your offer. And then, when they get down to the bottom of the landing page, you want to be making the offer, So we call it hook, story, offer. The hook is what gets people on the landing page and the headline. The story is what gets people reading throughout the rest of the landing page. And the offer is what will convert them onto the next stage of your funnel, which might not, again, be the £5,000 product. It might be the strategy session first. It might be a £27 product. It might be a £97 product. And it's about moving people down the funnel effectively. And so your offer has to be a converting offer, and it's got to be a no-brainer. Someone's got to land on that and go, oh my gosh, it would be silly for me not to spend 27 quid and buy this training course because there's so much value. Like literally a level 10 offer. It's got to be so full of good stuff. A £27 product cannot be selling a £27 product. A £27 product should be selling a £270 product. A £2,700 product should be giving at least a 10x amount worth of value for the expenditure that they're about to do. And then just finally on this, you need to follow up. And follow-ups can happen in a number of different ways, actually. So one of the follow-ups might be running Facebook ads for everybody who clicked on the advert but didn't buy. You might want to run some follow-up Facebook ads on that, which you can do. It might be that they filled in, so on a couple of our training courses, we do a 2-step sales. So step 1 is to fill in a form, name and email address, that goes over to ActiveCampaign. And then the next step is they go to the actual sales page and then they put in the credit card details, spend the 27 quid. Now, you may have guessed this, but what happens is they fill in the first bit, they get to the bit where they have to actually get their credit card out, and a proportion of people, when they get to that page, just bounce off. And they don't put their credit card in. But that's okay, because they've already filled in their name and email address. It goes into our system, and we have an automation that goes through with 4 or 5 emails that follows up with them to ask them, did you buy it? Whereabouts are you on your property journey? Do you want to book a strategy session? Is it something you want to talk about? These are the things that other people have had success with. These are the reviews. To reinforce that you shouldn't have clicked off. You should have actually bought the product and it's life-changing. And the value on that product isn't £27. It's at least, £270 worth of value in that product is doing a product a disservice. There's more value. That product, if we were to sell it, it's probably worth £500 and it's a £27 product. It is literally that good a training course. We just won an award for it, in fact. And I was kind of miffed because it was the best budget property training award, and I'm like, there's nothing budget in our property training. It's worth a lot more money. We just decide to sell it for 27 quid just to piss off a couple of the other trainers, quite frankly. So the follow-up is really, really important. And again, most people haven't got this. They don't have the ads, to follow up on people that clicked the link but didn't buy. They haven't got the emails for people that filled in their email address but didn't buy. They don't have any of that. And those people that did buy, they then go into another marketing funnel with automation. We have emails that go out for the next 4 years to those people with all sorts of offers and upsells and downsells and cross-sells and value emails as well. So we've worked really hard on creating all this follow-up process. And this is exactly what you guys need in yours as well. If you do all of this, paid ad, landing page, offer, follow-up, and you do it in the right way, this will explode your business in 2025. In fact, it won't just explode it. It is game-changing, life-changing stuff. You are literally just one offer away from all the money you've ever wanted. As long as you've got your paid ads, your landing page, your offer, and your follow-up in place. And if you've got your upsell sequence and all your products lined up for you to be able to sell. And most people obviously haven't got those either. So before you even get to paid ad, landing page, offer and follow up, you also want to have a selection of products that you can actually sell, have created and sold. And if you haven't got those, then we should speak, because we can help you create some products that you can actually sell online. And then you can run all these paid ad, landing page, offer and follow up. And it's just game changing. It will change your life considerably. This could be the year for you, but you've got to get it right. And doing it yourself often is not the answer. Anyway, look, I hope you find that interesting. I hope you find it useful more than interesting, actually. And go and attack it. If you don't want to speak to us, that's fine. I totally get it. You want to go and attack that on your own, go do it. Learn. You're going to make some mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. We all make them. And then we learn from them. And the mistake might be trying to do it yourself instead of passing it over to us. But if you do want to pass it over to us, click the link down below, the Work With Me one. And we'll put all of the links in down below. And then hopefully we can help you as well. I do hope you find that useful. Wishing you a happy day. And we'll speak to you on the next one. Take care.